So how many times do you pick egg in a day?
We pick twice in a day.
Okay,
Yes.
that's nice. These bots they are like how many their age?
These ones are 80 weeks in laying now. So the
80 weeks
yes,
in lay.
yes,
Wow, that's good. They seem to be consuming feed very fast.
yes. We feed them twice in a day. We feed them in the morning, then around 3 again we feed them.
Good day, yeah. Today I'm on one of our customers' farm again, but this time I'm on Omajilani farm, and I'm going to be speaking to a lady who has been managing this farm. But why I'm here today because they have excellent results, and I know you'll be glad to hear it. Please, can we meet you?
Thank you very much. I'm Temiloluwa Ayola, a graduate of Federal University of Technology, Akure. I studied animal production and health, and I graduated in 2022, in 2002 rather.
Wow,
Thank you. And since then, I've been into practice, both animal and
crop.
crop.
Wow,
So we do plant palm oil plantation, we have plantains, and some general crops like that. And also we do animals too, both poultry, piggery, and sheep and goats.
beautiful. Yeah, there's something that actually interests me when I come to this farm. We're going to come to that. The way this this farm is actually planned. You know that this is a well-structured farm right from the beginning. You're going to be seeing the details of that. But before I go into that, because I'm going to be interviewing a lady today, and
Yeah.
that really interests me. That shows that it's not only men that are involved in this agricultural business. We have seen ladies that are doing well and have made the business to be very successful. In fact, that reminds me, the first fellow that started commercial poultry farming in the whole world happened to be a lady in the US. That was many, many years ago. And it's very interesting that graduates of these days can still get themselves in agriculture and they can still make something good out of it. She has been a graduate of over 12 years now, and
Yeah,
that's about 12 years or thereabout. And that
22.
is 22 years. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, 22. I even said 12, 22 years. That's interesting. So let's dive into your farm.
Thank you.
Uh, like I said, this farm is well structured. Uh, it's a farm whereby uh, the pens, the orientation of the pen are well, the pen orientation is perfect. That's one thing that we should put into consideration when we are constructing our farm. And another thing that interests me, which you're going to see in details, you will see the ways trees are planted by the side of each of the pen on either side. Now, during that time that there was serious heat problem in the last few months,
Yeah.
what was your experience?
Oh, we have a perfect weather because of the tree.
Yeah,
So it gives the birds a cool
environment.
environment. Even we staff that are working, mostly that time we stay on the farm because we have more trees on the farm. We give us a good airs
Weather
and a good
condition.
weather condition.
And you can also stay, I can see
Yes,
where you normally
yes.
sit under the tree. Now, a few months ago when we have serious heat problem, uh, there are quite a number of farmers that they lost
Yes.
appreciable number of birds. The birds were just dying on daily basis. So I think this is one thing we can put into practice. When we construct our farm, we must ensure that we provide for a
Shade.
conducive environment by providing shade for them. I want you to show the picture of these trees. See the array. This is how the trees are well arranged from each side of the pen. And you can see that they completely covered the pen. As you see it on this side, you will see it on the other side. So how many birds do you have altogether on this farm?
Yeah, we have this 7,200. Each pen has 1,008 capacity.
Wow.
So we have
Each,
four
yeah,
pens.
you have about 4 pens. Each one of
Yes.
them takes about 1,000 heat.
Yes.
And you know, the interesting thing is that all the pens are occupied with bots. I'm really very, very happy because this is a challenging time,
Yes.
not only for this poultry industry, for
Yes.
all the economy.
Yes.
we have seen many farmers that have thrown in the towel. They have felt we can no longer cope, and they left. But we must salute people like you
Thank you very
that
much,
are
sir.
still in the business,
Thank you.
because without people like you, we can also not be in business, because the only thing we know how to do is to distribute feed. So how are you able to cope? How are you able to cope? What are some of your winning strategies that you think have been some of the things you have been doing that's making things run for you as you manage this farm?
Well, I think one of the things that has been helping me is because I have passion in it, number one. Then number two, we have people that support in working. So although this depends on your relationship with your staffs and the workers that you have. So I have some good hands of worker that works with me, and this really gives me an upper hand because my relationship with them, maybe because I'm a woman, so they feel free to talk with me and we feel free to talk together like a family. And this has really been helping us. Although we have some other challenges too, but by God's help and mostly the cost of feed is really going up, and
Yeah.
this is really being a discouragement. But because of the passion and because of the help of people like you that we can easily come to when maybe when we need a sort of soft landing, and this has really been helping us and it's been encouraging us to at least to forge ahead, not to give up
Yeah.
in the business.
That's very good. When it comes to the sales of egg, is that will you say there is enough demand for egg as we speak?
Yes, there's a serious demand for egg because most farmers are shutting down, and this has really been a sort of problem for some of us that are still in business. So some of our customers, they keep asking, oh, please help us increase. And although this can be a little challenge because the cost of setting up again is going to be
They
problem,
want you to
the
increase your capacity
capacity so that they
so that I
can
can
have
have more
more.
eggs.
They can have more. So that shows that the demand is really
Yeah.
high, and but the supply, because of the economic situation of the country, is really going down. We pray maybe the government can help us to assist this sector of agriculture so that people can be able to sell egg. And this is a sort of protein that is very cheap,
Exactly, it's
and
cheap.
it's the only protein that is avoidable, like I would say for now. So if the demand is high and the supply is very low, it's going to affect the business.
Yeah, I think we must make the buyers outside there to know that the cost of running poultry business is really on their side,
Yes,
and for them to want us to be in business, they must be willing to buy well.
yes,
They must
yes.
be willing to
To
buy
buy well,
well.
yes,
In
yes,
fact, as we speak, the farm gate of eggs should not be less than 4,000,
yes,
based on my own rough estimate, because just this week we know that quite a number of all the feed milling companies in Nigeria had one
yes.
cause or the other to increase the price of feed. And for us to be in business as farmers, we also need to sell well. So I'm using this opportunity to tell our customers that buy eggs from us that they should also be willing to buy well if they
Yes,
want to
that's
actually
yes.
keep us in business.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, just like I said earlier, you can see the trees. Just like I said, these trees are well planted beside each of the pen, and you can see the fantastic experience they had when many people were losing
Yes, during
their
those time,
yeah.
most of our customers that comes around then, they always complain, "Ah, why is our own farm so cool and beautiful and we're still having eggs?" They kept saying that most of the farms that they go, they are having mortality. Are we
Sure.
having the same experience? I said no, that we don't have any mortality during the heat season because of the way we
You plan it.
structured
Yeah.
our pen, and this really helped our production
Yeah,
even
yeah.
then.
In fact, this is something that I really want people to see, and you can also see where you normally take your rest
Yes,
under the
it
tree.
was during the heat, that heat period. That was why we decided to just get a short place here to
Like
create this
this.
place like
Okay.
this, because during those period we can't stay in the office because of the heat. So we discovered that this place is more
It's even
cooler,
cooler. It's
so we
cooler than
decided to
everywhere.
just make a little shed and come there when the heat is much, and we just come here and sit down.
That's great. Okay, let's look at the birds. Let's look at the birds that are laying eggs.
Yes. You're welcome.
Okay. I can see that they left so many eggs. So how many times do you pick egg in a day?
We pick twice in a day.
Okay,
Yes.
that's nice. This was like how many their age?
These ones are 80 weeks in laying now. So the
80 weeks
yes,
in lay.
yes,
Wow, that's good. They seem to be consuming feed very fast.
yes. We feed them twice in a day. We feed them in the morning, then around 3 again we feed them.
Okay, so I can see that they're laying good eggs. And so are all the boss on the farm, are they of the same age?
No, with 2 pens are the same age, another 2 pens are the same age. These ones are 80 weeks. The other 2 pens are 50 weeks.
50 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
So we decided
So
to do
gap
it,
them.
gap them, so that by the time we sell one off, at least we'll still have some that
Some
are
to
still
be
laying.
sold. So normally, what was your normal restocking plan?
What we normally do is that once a bed is about 30 or 40 weeks
Yeah.
old, we
You
request for
start
another set and we start brooding again.
brooding them.
So
Okay.
that by the time those ones are started laying, we have another set in the pen.
Okay.
So that the time we move ones out, the pen will be resting. By the time we are brooding, then by the time we sanitize them, we clean it up, we put in another bed while the other ones are
To be
started
ready.
laying.
Yeah, that's good. So
So in such a way, we keep our customers so
from
that we
time,
can
yeah, they
see
can
eggs to
continue
sell
to
for
get
them.
eggs. That's good. And I must commend you. Your farm is neat.
Thank you very
It's
much.
very clean. You
Thank
can
you.
see that we can easily walk around and around the pen. So you can easily walk around the pen. Yes, I can see that you are doing a great job on the farm.
Thank you, sir.
Their production, I think they are able to pay for their feed and still leave something at the end of the day. That's good. It's fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Please keep up the good work
Thank you, sir.
so that you can keep us in business.
Yes, yes.
Just like we're talking about this, it's important that we make our customers to realize that uh, if we increase the price of egg, it's not intentional.
Yes.
It's just to ensure that we also want to be in business. And funny enough, you will not believe that the other day I wanted to buy egg from the food seller. One is just 200 naira.
Yes.
And
Even some people are selling 300 naira.
wow,
Even those
based on the
people,
size.
based on the size, yes.
And if you multiply that 200 naira by 30 that you find in a crate of egg, that is 6,000 naira.
6,000, yes.
And we ask them to buy 4,000.
Yes.
And if it's that if we sell more than 4,000, we are not getting
Yes, they're still going to make profit if we sell at 4,000.
yeah.
But one thing I would just like to say is that most customers too should be considerate with we farmers, and farmers also should not allow the customers to dictate how much they are going to sell their eggs from the farm, because as we know that prices of feed keeps increasing every day, and definitely it's going to affect the price of eggs too. And so most of the time, if you tell them that this is the price of the cost of of egg at farm at this period of time, they may flare up that no, this thing is too expensive and stuff like that. But just let them know that at least if we can forgo 100 naira profit from our own side, they should be able to forgo like 30 naira, because at the end of the day they are still going to make more profit
Definitely.
than we that are even selling to them.
That's
So
even
they,
we that are doing
yes,
the real work
the
of
real work
production.
of production, considering the cost of feed, cost of operations, and so many other things that is involved in even bringing out the eggs to them to sell at that prices. So farmers shouldn't be too rigid, or they shouldn't be too desperate, let me say, that if I don't sell the egg, it's going to get spoiled. As you can see now, demand for egg is going on the high side because most farms are going down because of the cost of feed. And so if we are now saying that no, I don't want my customers to leave me
And you sell
and
anyhow.
sell
Then
anyhow.
you
We
will
are
not
going
be in
to run,
business.
yes,
Yes,
we are going
yes.
to be longer be in business because we are going to run at a loss. So both farmers and customers, they have to be a
Have to work
cooperation. They
together
have to work together so that both of us can be in business at the
until,
end of the
yeah,
day.
that's good.
Thank you very
Anyway,
much.
I'm glad that at a time like this, you are still able to maintain a stock of over 7,000 lots. I think that is inspiring.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
what advice will you want to give to fellow farmers that are finding it difficult to continue this business?
For fellow farmers that are still finding it difficult, I know it might be a challenging period for farmers right now, but I don't want us to give up because there's no way we can survive if we don't have means of agriculture in this country, because this is the only thing that can bring food to the populace, and this is the only profession that we can say yes, at least we have something doing. So we have to keep hope alive, we have to keep persevering, and we keep trusting God that things is going to get better in Nigeria again, and farming and poultry business is going to boom. So don't let us think that because of the things we are facing right now, we are going to throw in the towel. But let's just keep hope alive and keep pursuing it and keep persevering.
Please, just as you've heard, and don't forget to visit us at Dotma Farmer Center,
Yeah.
where you can always get your feed. We promise that we'll keep supporting farmers
Yes,
so
yes.
that we
You
will
have been.
continue to be in business, because when farmers are in business, we are also in business.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
We
sir.
will keep coming
Thank
to
you,
your
sir.
farm,
Thank you,
because
sir.
this farm is an inspiration